Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look here at Ethereum, seeing what's going on and get a lot of requests for this. We're going to just put this on the daily radar here to make sure we understand best practice, big picture, how to effectively approach this. If you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love to teach people to trade. Thank you so much to my community for just being an awesome part of my life. We have some good time and some fun. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on when you're watching this. If you want to become part of our premium group, we got some awesome trades here. Some nice trades from ICP. Got two separate ones, 82%, 57%. Those are both longs. Gala 105, ID 33%, Bake 21. The list goes on. We got some really awesome stuff here. So as part of my premium group, if you want to register down below, consider joining soon. We're actually going to cap the amount of members that we have joining there available. Okay, so just keep in mind that will be a limited use, but for between now and then, it should be open game. Let me know if you have any questions. Links down below. So let's talk a little bit about the daily time frame here and work our way down. So daily time frame is pretty straightforward. We've got our RSI kind of averaging itself out at 70. Okay, now that's an important level because oftentimes it's a strong resistance range. So you got to keep in mind that this coin, while it is following Bitcoin fairly close, you can kind of see here there's a similarity in a lot of ways of the chart pattern. It's overextending itself in different ways though too, right? So it's going to uptrend when Bitcoin goes up, but it's going to fall harder when Bitcoin drops. So keep in mind if Bitcoin does drop, which is potentially on the horizon here, we very well could see this come down. So I just like to draw that correlation so you understand that there is a significant difference, but also a significant correlation and comparison between the two. That said, on the daily here, we can kind of see our simple moving averages were above the 200-day SMA. That's a positive sign. We've got our weekly high, low, open, and close. Our weekly high is roughly about 1870. Keep in mind that's going to be a resistance level, but we could see some liquidity swept in the upper level there. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we go to smaller time frames, but there is decent amount of liquidity up in the 2000 range. That's from previous, of course, not to really worry about just yet until we break this resistance, but something to know. Okay? We also got a significant amount of fair value here between 1750 and 1660. Okay? Those are rough estimates, but that is essentially an area in which we could see the price action not necessarily drop to, because these don't always fill completely, but a lot of times you'll see wicks into these levels here to sweep that lower liquidity and for the price to reverse itself. Again, a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin, but generally speaking, that is kind of where we're at there for ETH. Taking a look at TD sequential, we can see we got a nice little reset here. We are overextended, leading this week or this last couple of few trading days essentially. And at this point here, we can estimate the price action will probably continue to go sideways and follow Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin does retrace, come back down to 33, maybe sub 33,000, we will absolutely see this lower liquidity levels there swept with a fair value gap in place. So just keep in mind, Ethereum is a very important coin because when alt season is on the horizon, you'll see ETH take off pretty fast. We haven't seen that just yet, so keep in mind we're not quite there, but with Bitcoin dominance being so high, it's safe to presume that some alts are going to get hit here fairly soon. Also keep in mind too, I posted this on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord earlier today. It's important to recognize that Fed meeting is coming up. The inflation will be notified here November 1st at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch the market. It goes crazy during that half-an-hour period. Then once this gentleman starts speaking there, Jerome Powell starts getting up there talking, it goes even crazier. It's a funny thing to watch. So just be mindful. Trading into that this week, you want to be very careful. We're using low position size, low leverage to make sure that we are safe in case the price fluctuates. We can still survive that. Okay. Also note, on the 4-hour time frame, we do have a convergence / recent divergence. So this is kind of giving us some false positives here. So truth is, you typically want to take a long position when you have a convergence on the MACD in the 4-hour for a swing trade, but you got to recognize we're overextended going into this. It may not be the best place to take a long. I would consider, of course, adding to your position, dollar cost averaging. I've been doing that myself for Bitcoin and Ethereum for a few weeks now, and it's important to make sure that you continue to add to your position just to ensure that you have some options later down the road. Again, this is investing, not gambling, right? We want to treat it as such. So anyways, the 4-hour time frame, let's go ahead and summarize here. We're above all three moving averages. We're still bullish, still in good shape. We can see that the price action is ascending positively with this ascending trend here. So we're just going to go ahead and pull this little trend line up here, so to speak, so you can kind of see what that looks like there, because there's a good chance that we will see the 50-day SMA retested here soon. Okay? The price either has to go up or break through it and come below. Okay? That's going to be an important level. So we have some kind of neutral scenarios here where I don't have like any full-on confirmation of the price going to drop or go up, so I'm going to avoid trading this coin right now. That's just me personally. If you do, again, dollar cost average, low position size, if we take a look at the hourly, this is where things are kind of interesting here in a sense. We got some conflicting information. Because if we take a look at each mobile cloud, a lagging spend is within the price action. So if you have a long position open, you should have closed it or taken profit by now. Again, move your stop loss up as you take profit. It's the safest way to trade. That said, though, we are above the cloud still, which is nice. It's kind of running concurrent with this trend line here, the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour. So the truth is we should be able to see the price action continue to increase, but there's no full-on confirmation here that we have that this price is going to continue up or go down, right? And you got to recognize if Bitcoin does lose that $33,000, $34,000 range, ETH is going to dump pretty hard. So you got to recognize that it's worked inversely. In other words, it's 2x to the downside and 1x to the upside. It's running concurrent with Bitcoin when Bitcoin runs, but it's also dropping hard when Bitcoin drops. Take a look at this here. Again, this isn't significant, but you see this little drop here from Bitcoin. Same thing with ETH as well. It retests that lower level. Again, it's following suit, but it's also a lot stronger to the downside, so just be mindful of that. So statistically, you're probably better off shorting Ethereum than you are longing it right now. But I'm not saying to do that. I am recommending you kind of wait and see what happens here soon, because with all the inflation stuff on Wednesday, if that does, inflation does go up, we could see a correction from Bitcoin. With it being overextended, these fair value gaps could get filled. Okay. So again, I'll send out a playout chart here for this coin just so you can kind of get perspective on what could happen next. Elliott Wave does anticipate a further upside, considering the fact that we have our 1, 2, 3 pattern, and we've hit our 4, the lowest point. So hypothetically, we do have a higher high to establish moving forward. Okay. So again, I'll send that out here shortly. Thanks again so much for watching. Hope you learned something here today. Of course, you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site. Once more, we will have limitations on the amount of members coming over there soon. And of course, you want to jump on over to Twitter, Telegram, Discord, help us grow our community. Love to have you aboard, and greatly appreciate everything. Thanks again so much. Comment below if you have anything you want to say. I look forward to reaching out. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next one. Take care.